of the heavens, rise of Zeus. Among the mystical and mist-shrouded mountains of ancient Greece, the fate of the gods was being shaped with great splendor, and lightning was piercing the sky. At the center of this mythical atmosphere, the story of Zeus, the Lord of the heavens, who himself represents the might of nature, begins. At the very beginning of the universe, there was only chaos, a dark, shapeless, and unlimited initial state. But in time, out of chaos came into existence Gaia, known as Mother Earth, and her mate Uranus, the sky. This duo led the first stirrings of life in the universe and gave birth to the Titans. The most ambitious and ruthless of the Titans was Kronos. Kronos cruelly dethroned his own father Uranus and succeeded him as ruler of the heavens. But fate, as is its wont, cast an ominous shadow over Kronos as well. According to a prophecy, one of Kronos' own children would one day overthrow him. To avoid this dark end, Kronos took a cruel course. He swallowed each of his wife Rhea's newborn children alive before they even left the cradle. The first 5 were thus deprived of their destiny: Hestia, Demeter, Hera, Hades, and Poseidon. But things took an unexpected turn with the 6th child. Rhea, overflowing with maternal instinct, could no longer endure this pain and devised an insidious plan to save her last-born child. She hid her baby in a deserted cave in one of the high mountains of Crete Island, in the middle of a widowed silence. That baby was Zeus. To complete her plan, Rhea wrapped a piece of stone in swaddling cloths and gave it to Kronos. While Kronos swallowed the stone in his ignorance and fear, Zeus began to grow safely. It was not a wet nurse who fed Zeus, it was a goat who fed him, Amalthea. Under this simple but tender care, Zeus grew into a god whose power increased day by day. As he matured, both physically and mentally, his wisdom and skill and strategy sharpened, but his inherent rage and desire for revenge never diminished. When he reached adulthood, Zeus decided to fulfill his destiny, to depose the Titans from their thrones and establish a new order. His first move was simple but clever. He tricked Kronos into regurgitating what he had swallowed. Thus, one by one, his brothers, victims of the tragedy, regained their freedom. Then began the Titanomachia, which will be remembered throughout history as a legendary war. This cosmic struggle, which lasted for 10 years, was so destructive that the mountains groaned, the seas surged, and the earth shook. Zeus' weapon was the thunderbolts he plucked from the heavens. With their fury, he scorched his enemies. Hades, wearing his helmet of invisibility, slyly ambushed his enemies in the midst of chaos. Poseidon dominated the fight with his golden spear that cracked the ground. At the end of 10 years of bloody combat, Zeus emerged victorious. He overthrew his father Kronos and imprisoned him in Tartarus underground. Thus, the new order of the universe was established, and Zeus was declared the new ruler of the heavens. After the victory, he shared the rule of the universe with his brothers. Zeus was given the sky, Poseidon the depths of the seas, and Hades the dark realms of the underworld. However, the story of Zeus did not end here, for he was not only a god known for wars. Zeus, who settled on Mount Olympus, established the council of the gods there. He married the beautiful but quarrelsome goddess Hera and formed a great union of power. See you in the next mythological story.